In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good grief. Time is it. Son of a bitch. Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt. Sorry I'm late. Those last 10 minutes went by so fast. That's what she said. Good grief. Welcome. It's been a couple weeks. It has been a couple weeks. I wonder if my microphone's working. That'd be good. If it were. Let me just put this over here. Never mind. I am a disaster. Whew. How's everybody doing? How in the heck is everybody doing? My computer screen is like there. Fixed it. No big deal. Nailed it. I knocked my light over when I was trying to sit down. You moron. It's okay. We'll get through this. We'll figure this out. Slowly but surely. My posture's terrible. Come on. Ho, ho, ho. Here we go. All right, everybody. How is everybody doing? StreamYard, live viewer comments show up. Jeff Umsheed was here first. What's going on, Jeff? JJ, Hank Williams Jr., Whiskey Central, the Shame on you for not being here the last 2 weeks, Shayla. Or wait, no, that was me. My bad. Justin Jenkins, Mama Porter's in the house. Hello, Mom. Wendy Miller, how the heck are you? Look at this. Average drinkers here. Julie friggin' L is in the mother house. Dunny. Whiskey knows what's going on, Marty. Just scrolling. I'm just scrolling. Carl. What's up, Carl? Ryan Happert says so stupid. Probably talking about me, and he's probably correct. All right, scroll to the bottom. Pretty sure. Wow. Whew, I got a little bead of sweat going. What did I just do? I don't know. I blacked out. I had to find the remote for the fireplace. I put it on top of the refrigerator because that's where I normally put it. Never ever have I ever put it there. M. Franklin, how the heck are you? JG, Sean Dankers, how the heck? My goodness gracious. I'm so happy that you're all in here. We got 133 people in chat already. Thank you so much for being here. It is the 17th of December. That means Santa's fat ass is going to squeeze down your chimney. Just a week away. And I can't wait. I'm going to be waiting for him because this year I'm going to see him. We're going to have a bit of a talk. Actually, I'm probably going to be able to hear the Jeep Trackhawk pull in the driveway. It's what I'm expecting. I've been a good boy this year. And if I can't get my sweep, when I hear the weep pull in the driveway, it's what I'm expecting. So, I don't know. Have to record myself opening the garage door Christmas morning to the brand new Trackhawk outside. 700 horsepower, no big deal. It's going to happen. I have faith. Nina Shell, how are you? What's going on, Nina? The Whiskey Lab is here, experimenting with whiskey stuff, I would imagine. Dara says, hit that like. Thank you, average drinker. If you guys aren't subscribed to Dara, she's putting out probably a video every 30 minutes, it seems like. Constantly just throwing videos out there. Whew. So yeah, she's putting out some good quality stuff. Go subscribe to her. Weep quickly, like you're driving a Jeep Trackhawk. All right. A little bit of water never hurt anybody. Just got the kiddos to bed. And then the wifey pulled in the driveway at 2 minutes to the hour. So I had to say hi to her. Then I had to find the remote for the fireplace. Came in here. Stumbled around a bit. But now we're settling in nicely. Settling in so good. Chris Columbus is here. It was nice meeting you last weekend. I guess we have to talk about that. We have to talk about last weekend. We've had a lot to talk about. Probably not a lot, but a little bit anyway. We had a good little trip. A long trip. Lots of driving. Julie L says, we are missing 100 likes. Hit that button. That's right. That is some quality mountain spring water from, where are we from? No shit. This stuff's actually from Colorado. The last stuff I got was from Connecticut. Same company. But yeah, got an allocated Arrowhead water. It's the real deal. The real deal. So tonight, first live in 2 weeks. Sorry I missed the last two. 2 weeks ago, I threw up. I was sick. Not great. Not great at all. Actually got home from town and I threw up. And whatever. You know, the whole story. Week after that, we were in Kentucky and it just was not going to work. We just were not able to put a stream together. But this week, feels like it's been so long. I feel so rusty at this. Todd Korsinski, fresh cut, or is it we had not seen you in 2 weeks? Fresh cut a week ago. Actually got 2 haircuts. So we drove to Kentucky what day did we leave? Wednesday? Tuesday, Wednesday? We left last week, got to Bardstown, and then I had a dinner Friday night for World's Top Whiskey Taster. And I was like, I need a haircut. So we went to get breakfast and stuff, had a bunch to do. Then we went into Walmart, and Carissa, my wife, was like, just get your haircut here. And I had a bad feeling about it. I just spilled. I had a bad feeling about the old Walmart haircut, and, just sucked it up. I was like, you know what? We'll do it. We'll do the haircut here at Walmart. It says, like, on their sign, it says salon. So that's like a plus, right? Go in there. And then Carissa told the people, she's like, he needs a beard trim. So trim the beard. And he has a special event this weekend. So have him leave looking like he's headed to a special event. I was in the chair for probably 7 minutes. And this is how they sent me out of there. Walmart, Bardstown, Kentucky, the salon. When they have somebody going to a special event, they're like, you know what? He's going to impress. That is how I looked when I left there. I took a picture. I drove there to the hotel. That's with a fresh beard trim and a haircut to go to a special event. I don't know how to get that off the screen. What did I just do? Oh, there we go. So I went to a different place and I was like, please fix me. And they did. They fixed me so good. Jill said hi to your wife. Oh, I'll tell her when I see her. Oh, Dara's headed to Kentucky next week. Week after next, don't get your hair cut at Walmart. Don't do that. Yeah, so then Friday night, we had a great, super cool dinner at Bardstown Bourbon Company with all the new competitors there. And then that was the night where there was tornadoes. And luckily they missed. DC says that first cut was bad, bro. It was bad. That was I have never, ever had a haircut that bad. It was bad in every way. There was not one single thing about the haircut that was even okay. It was that bad. First cut is the cheapest and the deepest. Looks like the lighting is fixed. Yeah. I don't know what happened. So I've got a lot of stuff in here that, like, you push a button on one remote, like the TV remote will change the color of the ADHD whiskey sign. So maybe like the neighbor in the other side of the townhouse was changing a channel on a TV or something and it changed my light settings. I have no idea. But it made me so mad. I was so mad. Harley Gaddis is here. Todd Ritter, what's up? Whiskey Odyssey, how are you? Oh, everyone's just seeing the the old haircut now. Yeah, that's a lot better than I looked when I left Bardstown. That's funny. But no, so I couldn't. And then Carissa was like, it's not that bad. And I told her, I'm like, listen, I'm pretty much embarrassed to go places that are like special. I don't feel like I fit in. I feel like really huge and just like not great. And I feel out of place and like everyone's all dressed up and I'm just there and like frumpy and just, So the one thing that I can control is at least have a nice haircut and my beard trimmed. And I almost went in there looking like a friggin' guinea pig, like a literal guinea pig. The guinea pig that sounds like a track hawk. Weep, weep, weep. Yeah, Greg Johnson, it was pretty not great. Toshi Bake, you son of a baker. Happy holidays, Matt. Your content always makes me happy. Thank you for that. Hope you and the fam have a great time and enjoy some time off. And also hope you enjoy some great bourbon. Hells yeah. Thank you, Toshi. That was super nice. Live Wire Whiskey's here. Zachary Jones. I've been jonesing for some Zachary Jones. I don't get it. What was wrong? Yeah. So then look at this. Wrong side. Look, see that? Wait, it's called a hard something. Hard part. She gave me a hard part. And I was like, we'll do that. We can do a hard part. We'll do that. And then she trimmed my beard and sent me on my way. Thank you, Patrick. I literally tried not to. But Chris was like, just do it. It'll be fine. It was not good. John Riley's here. That first haircut made you look like you had matches in your pocket. I did. And then DC says, what's funnier is sending your daughter to school in pajamas on Christmas concert day. I did that too. Luckily it was preschool and there's only 7 kids there that day. So didn't feel too bad. We laughed about it. And they were nice pajamas. I thought it was pajama day. Little did I know all the parents were going to be there to listen to the little darlings sing. They sang the best songs. My mom says, even I cut better than that. I could have done it. I could have done it better. I could have, with what I had in my suitcase, which weren't scissors. Derek Patton, I enjoyed the Repeal Day Expo. I didn't see you, but it was fun. I walked around there for a little bit. I took a boat ride in the old boat on Repeal Day, and then I had an hour-long conversation with Aaron from Smoke Wagon. That was good. It was really good and fun. Ricky Bobby just came from the Trev and Cam train wreck show. First thing I see was that horrible cut. That haircut was way better than the quality of their 2 streams the last 2 nights. Not saying that their streams were bad. Their streams were really good and entertaining. But just, it was fun. They kind of reminded me of me. Just a total disaster. Trev's like, I have no idea what I sent you, Cam. So that was good. Those were really fun to watch. Harley Gaddis, Michael Licata. Wig was busted. It kind of was. Scrolling down. I'm sorry. Wow, I'm getting far behind. Trev is here. Trevi. He says Trev sent him. You and Cam make the best streams. They're the worst streams, yet also the best streams every single time. It's must watch, must see YouTube. Sean Dankers says weak. It probably, yeah, whatever you're talking about, I agree. Mark Royland coming in from Trev and Cam show. Cheers, Matt. Thanks, Mark. And Trev and Cam, thanks for sending everybody. Appreciate it. 262 in chat tonight. I'm going to catch up more on chat here in a second. But what we're doing tonight is I've got a blind flight here. I have 8 different bourbons from 2021. They're not my top. How do I put this? I have some bourbons in here that I know are going to be on my top 10 list. And I have a couple bourbons that I just got that could possibly make the top 10 list. And then I have Maker's Mark FAE01 because everybody says that it's good and they want to know what's wrong with me. So we'll find out where Maker's Mark FAE01 falls in this flight of 8. And I'll go over the 8 pours in just a second. Livewire Whiskey's in the his house. You rock that hair though, man. Oh, it's so. She sold me some stuff that's way too crispy. It's crispy stuff. I didn't bring any good stuff. And then when I got home, I didn't want to find it. So just kind of crisp it up for a bit. Joshua Maxwell's here. It's hard. It was hard to part with your hair. No, it's just kinda, not really. But she put a hard part in my hair. That's what she called it. AC Jones is here. High five. Hopefully everybody's having a great December so far. Want to say a couple things here in a second. Saline 786, we'll be watching Livewire Whiskey Sunday night. Yeah, Livewire's doing some head-to-heads on Sunday, I believe. Jeff Meager, dang it. Muhar, something like that. Jeff M, missed you, Matt. Been out of commission with COVID for 2 weeks. Brutal. Glad to be back with ADHD. I hope you're feeling better, Jeff. It's a bugger. When I had it, I was not doing the greatest. But, I don't know. Just that son of a bitch. It needs to go away for good. Scrolling through, I'm sorry, guys. Scrolling to the bottom here. Jose Garcia, salute from Tijuana, Mexico, drinking some Weller 107. How the heck did you get that in Mexico? We can't even get that here in the States. You lucky bugger. Trev says it was the best fun he had, but the worst performance. That's totally fine. Chris Garza's in the house. Mr. Jiggs. Ken Walter, thank you for the super chat. Doesn't even say anything. He didn't even chat. Just like here. Ken, thank you so much. Tony B's in the house. Tonight's going to be fun. I've got a feeling that it's going to be fun. That's all I'll say. Got 8 of them here. Todd Ritter, I sent you a really nice Facebook message some time ago to thank you for your kind words about my blend. I'll do it again here and give you money. Oh, do you have to do that, Todd? Yeah, buddy. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Todd, that was a tremendous blend. That was a really good blend. A matter of fact, probably one of the best things I've tasted this year. Came out of your kitchen. So good. Justin Jenkins, that's read your message. That's funny. Mark Emmenacker, been sipping Sagamore Double Oak Rye. Gonna pop open my Stag B15. Stag B15, not in the flight tonight. This is kind of what I did with this flight tonight. I didn't include the higher proof barrel strength things because I kind of wanted to get a feel for where these other things fit into what could be my top 10. So I left out Stag Junior Batch 15. I left out Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs. I left out Coy Hill, and I left out Woodford Batch Proof. I don't know if Woodford Batch Proof would even make the cut, but I left that out. I was thinking about putting it in. I'm like, what's the point of putting Coy Hill and Stag Junior in this flight? Because they'll stick out like a sore thumb. Doesn't make any sense. So they're probably going to make the list, but they're just not in this flight tonight. Man, I got the driest of mouth. What in the world is happening? Evan Bindleglass, find your channel highly enjoyable. Stay safe. I find your comments highly enjoyable. Evan? Friggin' Evan? Thank you. Oh, by the way, tonight's live stream is brought to you and me and all of us by the makers of the finest, tightest rolled, most delicious, tobacco-iest, greatest, freshest, smokiest McSmokertons from Florida. But they're not even from Florida. They're from all over the world. Nicaragua even. Alec Bradley cigars. The elf on the shelf actually got into some of my cigars last night or 2 nights ago. Woke up and elf was smoking. It was a Tempest. It was a Tempest, just smoking it, and she smoked it all day in the house. So my children kept calling it a cigarette, and I was like, "How did you even learn that word? It's not a cigarette. It's an Alec and Bradley Tempest. Tempest Natural. Get with it, kids." Hello, my name is Matt, and my new haircut is just way cooler than yours. Well, maybe. I feel good. I feel fresh. I feel less like a homeless person and more like a person with a house who could be homeless at any minute, kind of thing. Coy Hill, gotta find me one of them. Coy Hill's fire. It's so good. The Coy Hill's crazy good, but in a blind flight, it's like, it'd be like putting, I don't know, just, you can't put it in a blind flight. It just sticks out like crazy. I made it to a live stream. Sweet. Chrome. Oh, my contact. Is it just super dry in here? I come back from Kentucky and I'm like a dust ball, a big fat dust ball. Contact coming right out. Don't do that. I made it to a live stream. Sweet. Cronus 701. Thank you for being here. Everybody take a second, hit the thumbs up button. That would make me super happy if you all hit the thumbs up. It's free. It doesn't hurt unless it does. Don't do it if it hurts. Story time is here. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you too. All right, scrolling down to the bottom here. Let's get things started. Brian B., what's your favorite song to rap? Oh, geez. Oh, I don't have one, really. Because, I mean, that's hard to say. It's really hard to say. I have a few, but not many. But if I did, Thong Song's pretty good. Thong Song's not a bad song at all. Ooh, that dress so scandalous. And you know another couldn't handle it. Shaking that thing like who's the ish with your look in the eye so devilish. Like to dance on the hip hop spots. Well, she who's of the crews to connect the dots. Not just urban. She liked the bop. She was living the vida loca. She had dumps like a truck. That's like what? All night long. Just a good song. Baby, make your booty go. Just a good song. Where's Glitterbeard? Not here yet. Possibly might show up. You never know. It could show up. Sorry about the Cisco. Just had to do it. Got to watch the elves. Maybe that's what. The bourbon? Yeah. They're tipsy elves. Cronus just became a new member. Thank you so much. And then, where did I just see? Evan Bindleglass says, thanks for reading my comment. No problem. And saying hi. I'll say it again. Hello, Evan. Thank you for being here. You had my Yiddish last name right the first time. Bindleglass. Evan Bindleglass. Oh, he just actually is trying to tell me how to say it. Bin Del Glass. That's actually probably should be easy to say. You can put whiskey in a glass. In a Bindle glass. Moving along. Anybody got any winning bids on the Kentucky benefit auction? Yeah, if you guys haven't checked that out, make sure you can. And the benefit auctions for the Western Kentucky tornado stuff, which is super scary. If you can bid on some stuff there, I recommend doing it. They had a bunch of crazy cool stuff there. But, if you can't afford it, at least tell people about it. So maybe some just like deep-pocketed individuals can go buy a bottle of Smoke Wagon or 60 bottles of Smoke Wagon. That Aaron Chepanek really just dumped a whole bunch of the rare and limited stuff. Crazy. I think 60 bottles. Patrick Q says, WTRWT, world's top what? Nope. Patrick Q. How dare you? How dare you? Take it back. Almost read that. Austin Ludwig, Matt, what the heck? Friggin' love this channel. Cheers, you nutcase. Thanks, Austin. Right back at you. How's the Jack Single Barrel Proof? I love it. I love that stuff too. Matter of fact, I'm coming around to the whole like tanniny thing that it used to be a little bit of a put off for me, but now it's more of a put on. If that's even a thing. Kind of like it. Hendo, MVP. Center fielder, Chicago Cubs, Atlanta Braves. Come to find out, Will Henderson loves the Braves. So, starting center fielder for the Atlanta Braves in his dreams, Will Henderson, number 1 in our hearts. Graham says, read it. Dang it, Graham. Read what? Oh, I can't. Yes, rapping has 2 P's. That is for sure. Oh, boy. All right, so this is what we got happening here. Zoolander says, just got my first Pappy. I screamed, bring me to Pappy, and it worked. If you really screamed, bring me to Pappy, or even under your breath said it, then I love you. I love you a lot. Bring me to Pappy. All right, this is what we have. 8 bottles that could possibly make the top 10 list this year. The top 10 video will come out, I don't know, probably right after the first of the year. But we have not going to make my top 10 unless it performs really well tonight. I don't like this. I do not like this. I would not drink it in a bar. I would not drink it near a car. I would not drink it by a lake. I would not drink it for Pete's sake. I do not like Maker's Mark. But I put it in this flight just to make you guys happy, to see how stupid I am when I put it first. Maker's Mark FAE01. Didn't want to do it, but I did it for you people. It's in glass A. Old Carter Bourbon, batch number 8. It is a 116.8 proof, son of a bitch. It is in glass B. These aren't in, oh, here we go. Sam Houston 15 year. This is Colorado batch 3. This was my thinking. I have the Kentucky batch, which I think is better than the Colorado batch, but I wanted to put the less good Sam Houston batch in the flight. That way I know where I can place it on the top 10 list just right. I don't want to put the best one in if there's things that aren't as good out there. So I put the Colorado batch in this flight. It's in glass C. Ooh, shnikes. Almost broken open. What the heck was that? I heard something shimmy in the garage. There's nothing in here that should be shimmying. Who goes there? Are you a mouse in the house? Or are you a goose on the loose? I don't like that. Glass D is Bardstown Bourbon Company Discovery Series number 6. I've tasted it a few times and I don't know whether or not I love it. I think it's good, but how does it fit in with the rest of them? 2021 is weird. There's not a lot of, I haven't been able to put my hands on or acquire a lot of like great, fantastic, top of the line, state of the art, stamped and approved, kosher, vegan, organic bourbons this year. So I'm trying to see how this fits in. It's Discovery 6. And then in glass E is Frond. Bardstown Bourbon Company, Frond. It is the, was it cognac? Cognac barrel finished bourbon from Bardstown. I want to see how where that fits in. I do like it, but it is different. I don't know how it's going to actually work out in a blind flight. That's in glass E. In glass F, where in the F did I put glass F? Oh, Remus Repeal 5 is in glass F. I would imagine that should do pretty well. EFG is another. Okay, so this is, I know there's 3 Bardstowns in here. I'm sorry, but I don't know how good this is either. This is their distillery collection. It's a triple blended stave finished. It's a $200 bottle from their gift shop. And I want to see how it compares blind to like the Old Carter and the Discovery, things like that. So that's why I put this in the flight. I don't even know if it'll make the top 10. I just put it in there to see if it's better than this stuff. I don't even know. That's why we do blinds. That's why I'm going to screw it up tonight, I'm sure. And then the last one is Calumet 15. Calumet 15 is in H. So, run it down. Maker's Mark FAE 01. Old Carter Bourbon Batch 8. Sam Houston 15. Discovery Series 6 from Bardstown Bourbon Company. Ferrand from Bardstown Bourbon Company. Remus 5. Triple Stave Finished Bourbon from Bardstown. And then Calumet 15. Whew. Who do you think's going to win? Who's going to pull out the W? Who's going to pull it off? What do we think? That was I talked for too much. Now there's all these comments that I didn't get to read. DMCKY says, I talked to Aaron Chepanik at Repeal Day 2. Very cool. Then I saw you dancing. I was dancing pretty hard at Repeal Day. DC's dropping merch links. That's spectacular. Man, my eyes are so dry. In the world. Sorry, just scrolling through here, seeing if I missed anything that I shouldn't have missed. It's not a giant cricket, DC. That was bigger than a cricket. Don't you dare? How dare you? How dare you? If they don't. Why did you type that? It's December. Snakes don't exist in December. So there. All right, scrolling through. We're getting to the bottom. Actually, we're not. We're working on it, though. If I missed anything super important, then somebody, Remus 5 for the win, Remus for the win, Remus for the win. Makers will win, says JG. You son of a bitch. Remus 5, Sam will win. Triple Stave, Remus 5. A lot of Remus 5 love, which is really good. And Remus 5 did just win the MGP. Was it? No. It was a 100 proof showdown I did. It was like a 100 proof flight. And Remus won that pretty handily. So, I don't know. We'll see. It is very good. It's been hot in Colorado, but I'm terrified. I'm scared. I'm terrified. It's my garage. Unless you have things wiggling around in yours. DC says Old Carter wins. Please God let the FAE 01 win. That is very not going to happen. All right, putting the mouse down. One more sip of water. Robert Fenske. Robert Fenske. Happy to find you on a stream. What's going on? No, none. Just sipping through a few different bourbons. A few meaning 8. No big deal. Tasting hat going on. Let's do this. Let's do it. I'm gonna randomly number these glasses. They've already been mixed up. I don't know what is in what, but I like to randomly number them anyway. Just for an extra layer of randomization, which doesn't even help anybody except for nobody. just takes longer for me to do, I guess, which makes no sense. Should have done it before, but I ran out of time. So I got to do it live. All right. Also funny to see how the palate's going to hold up, how the palate will hold up here with 8 different pours. But since I have what has been deemed to be one of the most spectacular, elaborate, fine-tuned, precision palates on the planet, according to judges who judge things, I think I should be fine. Possibly, probably not. There's so many glasses. If I spill, I'm going to spill. Anyway, what I want to do here, let me just, 1, 2, 3, they're out of order. This whole table's out of order. 4, 5. I brought a notebook for notes that I'm not going to use because just kind of the way it works. All right, organization skills on point. Should I have put a cap in these bitches' asses? Yeah, I should. Oh, the chair almost tipped over. Oh man, Bourbon, sorry I'm late. We just got started. We're just getting started. 340 people in chat. Thank you for being in here, each and every one of you. Love you all so much. Hit the like button if you can. And Chris Columbus says, when are they announcing World Stop Whiskey Taster winner? They did today. They did earlier today. The winner of World Stop Whiskey Taster this year was a veteran of World Stop Whiskey Taster. He was not a veteran like of the armed forces, just a veteran of World Stop Whiskey Taster. Mike Outcolt from Denver, another Coloradoan, Colorander. Mike won. He was there last year. He's a finalist last year, and he won it this year. And I'm really proud of him. He actually did really, really well. So congrats to Mike. It was a pleasure being there with him. And he's a stand-up dude. He's a really, really nice guy, and I'm very, very happy for him. But like I told him, I am Kelly Clarkson, and he is Ruben Stutter. What's the difference? The Halo glass you use versus the Glen? It's not a Halo glass. I use a Visky crystal-footed Scotch tasting glass. The Halo glass is a little less nice. The Visky glass is heavier. And I don't know, just shaped differently. They're heavier than the Glens, and they're a little bit nicer. Fort Collins, I'm over on the western slope by Glenwood Springs. In Loveland, there's a lot of Coloradans, Colorascals. There we go. That's a good one. Colorascals. Julie L., I'm so happy you're here. Is Dan alive? Is he okay from last night? Is he here? All right, let's get in to glass number 1 and start to narrow this down. So this is going to take me a while because I want to go slowly through these. If I go too quickly, bad stuff can happen, like Schlamtown. But we're going to work through them slowly, and we'll chit-chat and talk. We'll have just a nice little evening, a nice little night. Colorado Springs, lots of Colorasholes. Colorasholes. We have got a bunch of names for us, don't we? It was Mike Oxlong? No, Mike Outcolt. Glass number 1. Apples. Baked apples. Baked apples and cinnamon. Glenwood Springs has good hunting, like elk hunting or bourbon hunting. I feel like the only holes are mass holes. I think so too. Yeah, Colorass holes, I don't think it really exists. Maybe they do. Not really too many around here. A Schlammered Colorascal is a bad sight. That's right. Castle Rock. Ooh. What's nice about these is I'm going to love all of them. So it's like I'm not even surprised that it smells good. I was surprised for a second, but I shouldn't have been. He's in timeout. That bugger. That silly goose. That Dan. 3 hours into Lifetime Whiskey's live stream last night, Dan Lake was juggling a bottle of George T. Stagg, and he dropped it. And he just destroyed their house. Just broke everything in their house. Michigander. Christine, I'm a Michigander also. I'm a Youper from the UP. Zachary Jones says, hashtag free Dan. I agree. Why are you laughing at Mike Oxlong? It's not Mike Oxlong, it's Mike Outcold. That's what I've been trying to say. Mistakes were made. Yeah, he dropped it. He did drop it. This is nice. I'm going to try not to figure out what these are. I'm just going to try to enjoy them and decide which one I like the most. The Nose on Glass 1 is super sweet. It's not like super oaky, but it's super sweet. It's super appley. It's very cinnamony and overall very appealing. You could really smell this a while. These are cold though. That's one thing I do not like about this garage. It's perfect otherwise. It's just not heated. In the summertime, it stayed cool, but in the wintertime, she stayed cold. And I'm kind of chilly, but so are these bourbons. So I need to warm it up in my tiny little man hands. These tiny little man hand heaters. The heck? I just saw someone say something about the FAE01 and I need to know what it was. The Whack Attack is here. Jeffrey Whack. Welcome in. High five. Nice. He's going to love FAE. I'm not going to love it. Did Mike get his wig busted at Barstown Walmart? No, he's too sharp for that. Gary Franchi's here. Alex Boorai's here. Oh, and Kilco, I've been meaning to say hello to you. Kilco, what's happening? Oh, Dan L showed up. He's been here the entire show. He's just being so quiet. All right, number 1. It's a bit of citrus, too. A little bit of citrus. I like the smell of this. So I haven't live streamed for 2 weeks. So 2 weeks ago, we lost a real special member of the whiskey community, and I haven't been able to mention it yet. And I just want to say that Sherry G is going to be missed. Friggin' love her. And we may not be able to see her in chat tonight, but she's here. She's always she's going to be in our chats forever, looking over us, taking care of us, making sure that we're behaving ourselves. So glass number 1 down the hatch for Sherry G. Cheers, Sherry. Cheers, everybody. Oh, Farfiffy Nugan, that's good. Oh, breakfast. Mixed berry jelly. Mixed berry jelly and fig Newton. It's got a fig Newton, mixed berry jam, a little bit of pecan, Glass 1 is very good. The finish has a bit of a weird dingle on the back. That sounded like a car in my driveway. It wasn't. It couldn't have been. No, well, maybe a little bit of blueberry. Hard to say. Zachary Joe. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure what's scarier. What Dara said about the friggin' snakes or what Zachary Jones said. Zachary Jones probably scarier. Probably. Amazon late delivery? No. No. Amazon doesn't make it out in these parts. Amazon Prime takes a week to get here. A week. I don't even think that was the thing anymore. A whole week to get stuff delivered. It's impossible. Lord Garth says, mixed berry? There's a lot of berries. No, it's like the jam you get at a restaurant. It's the purple one. It's just called mixed berry. It's the one that nobody ever uses. So I forgive you for not knowing what I mean. But yeah, it is mixed berry. What's the name of the glass? Wow. If I had $1 for every time somebody asked me about this glass or the professional whiskey tasting glass, I would have like probably $100. This is a crystal footed Scotch tasting glass. And it's made by the company Whiskey with the V. Yeah, a week. Danny's Candles says, would like to send you some candles. What address is best for you? Email me, ADHDwhiskey@gmail.com. Well, this says candies. Even better. I would have eaten the candles too. Yeah, just email me, ADHDwhiskey@gmail.com. I can house some candies. I can house some candles, but the candies for show. Uncle Buck, thanks for the year of reviews, rants, and lives. Thank you for being Uncle Buck. I want to give you $25 for being Uncle Buck, but I'll take yours instead and pretend like I gave it to you. We'll do that. Wishing your family a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday. Thank you, Buck. You're just so nice. Friggin' love me some Uncle Buck. Hopefully you're doing well too, man. It's a crazy world out there with a bunch of all the Jeffrey Wack, what type of glass is that? Boom, one more $1. Thank you, Jeffrey Wack. Just racking up the dollars. Is Twix a top 3 bar? I probably wouldn't put a top 3 now. Probably not. Michael B says, sup. What's up, Michael B? Glass 2. What the world? Glass 2 smells a little bit like matches, which happens typically on a wine finished bourbon for me, but I don't have any of those in the flight. The only finished one I have is, well, that depends on what you consider finished. I have stave finished stuff, and I have a cognac finish, but nothing that's like a porter, sherry, or anything. It's weird that I'm getting that nose. Since the big C word, I pick up on that note a lot more. I'll think of it. I'll think of what it's called. You blew out a match. It's called fudge. Don't tell me I'm going to think of it. I'm probably not going to think of it. You know what I mean, though. Steve Dave, yeah. The other one is the Wonders of Whiskey Judging Glass. Yep. In today's video, I said the whiskey is swirling ever so nicely in this Whiskey crystal footed Scotch tasting glass. And then there's like 5 comments saying, what glass is that? Watch the video, asshole. Sorry. I mean, thank you for watching the video. But, geez Louise. AC Jones MD, Merry Christmas to you and your family. What bourbon do you want from Santa? Oh man, geez Louise. It depends on how generous Santa's being. If Santa dropped off the track hawk in the driveway, like I imagine he's going to do, and there was a King of Kentucky in the back, I would be thrilled. If there was a Wild Turkey Master's Keep bottled and bond 17 year, I would be absolutely thrilled. If there was no track hawk and a Wild Turkey 17 bottled and bond, I would be absolutely thrilled. If there was no bourbon under the tree, then I would be, that's what I'm expecting. But if Porter Claus had his way, it'd probably be a Wild Turkey 17 bottled and bond, which is like a reasonable thing. What about you? What's everybody else hoping for? Anybody going to get bourbon for Christmas? Because that sounds like so much fun. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Dark chocolate. Yeah, that's what it's. Cocoa. Me Coco Loco. Yeah. Like a baker's cocoa. Baker's cocoa and a bit of like a PB2 peanut butter. Not the peanut butter itself, but like the peanut butter powder. It's like if you mixed PB2 and baker's cocoa and just shook it together, made yourself a real dusty powdered peanut butter chocolate. Yeah. And then some dark fruits. A little bit of like, I want to say raisin, but not quite. It's like a flavored tobacco. It's like one of those pouches. No, it's not. It's like a big chunk of cherry tobacco if they make it. That's what I imagine this is. Weller 107 or Stag Junior. Stag Junior all day. All day every day. Sulfur, that's the word. Sulfur. Everybody's saying sulfur. Sorry. Maybe a night dram under the tree. That'd be nice. Wild Turkey 17 in Virginia. I think that they're pretty much gone. I don't think that you can find them anywhere. Nina says, you named my unicorn King all the way. Haven't got my hands on it yet. Yeah, me either. One of these days. I just have a feeling that one day I will get a King of Kentucky and I will probably drink it way too fast because I love it. $100% getting bourbon that we bought. Naughty. Oh, liquor centers on the naughty list. Uh-oh. Snooze. Yeah. Wow, I'm way behind in the comments. Bob Belkovac told Santa to bring him to Pappy. Smart move. I have... Damn it, Julie. Did I miss it? How in the heck did I miss a super chat? Austin Ludwig hoping for a Dickel Tabasco. You, sir, are a dangerous man. Where? Oh my goodness gracious! This mouse does not work on anything. Julie, I'm super sorry I missed your super chat. Of all the people to miss a super chat from, I'm on the naughty list now. I'm an idiot. Give me your tasting notes on the Luxtro from last night, please. After the flight, I will for sure. I wasn't tasting it last night along with you. I was just, I haven't had it in a while actually. My bottle is it's basically what some people would consider to be empty. There's a little bit left, a tiny little bit. But I'll do that after this flight for show, just for you. And if you're sleeping, then I will do it and then I will send them to you. 100%. Julie doesn't like the Luxtro Double Barrel, and I think it's tremendous. All right, I'm going to go for a sippy pool on glass number 2. We're going to be here all night at this rate. There is a very strong tobacco on number 2. It's tobacco. It's very dark. It's got some leather on there. It's got some, backstrap molasses. It's very molassesy. Very molasses. Very thick, very dark, very haunting. That would be a tremendous cigar whiskey. Whatever is in glass 2 would pair extremely well with an Alec and Bradley Blind Faith. So good. I imagine. I'm going to have to do that. Whatever's in glass 2, I'm going to have to make a cigar pairing video with, because I'm super smart when it comes to cigars. But I can pretend, and I can enjoy it. 350 people still here. Just, nothing better to do on a Friday, I suppose. Thank you for being here, everybody. Jerome Schmidt told my wife to get me an OF 1920 bottle with the original label for Christmas. Gonna keep that one unopened for 20 years. I can see that. That's one of those bottles would be, especially the label. The label will look really cool in 20 years because who knows what bourbon's going to look like. Bourbon will probably be digital by then. And in 20 years, the Old Forester 1920 bottle probably still extra sexy. That was the video that I did sing Thong Song to, because the bottle's got a nice butt on it. It's got a big butt on it. Pappy 23 and RC Cola, delicious. I do. There's people out there say that Pappy 23 is over oaked and not that great. Wrong. Pappy 23 is ridiculously good. I gotta taste some before, and I loved it. Since we are asking about brands of glasses, what brand is your Santa hat? Walmart special. It's like $4.98. Ooh, this one. They're so chilly that they need to warm up in my hands just for a minute so that I can get a good nose on it. Christine Newberry says, I have E.H. Taylor, Stag Jr., E.H. Taylor Rye, Smoke Wagon Unfiltered, and Story Pick Bullet Roy Kent bottle coming next week. Story Pick Bullet Roy Kent. The E.H. Taylor Rye is very underrated. By underrated, I just mean, I guess it's not underrated. It's just, I don't think about it very often. And then when I ever taste it, I'm like, dang, that's good. So good. Do you ever drink the scotch? Asked Nick. Did you ever drink the scotch? I haven't yet. I do have it right here, though. It's right there on my floor, right there. And I don't know. We'll get to it. We'll definitely get to it. Sean Dankers waited 12 hours and 23-degree temperatures for a George C. Stag. I don't know if that's 12 hours. I guess it depends on what else you have to do. If that mouse isn't working, try the one scurrying around in your garage. That's right. It's a mouse. It's not a snake. My mom didn't even see Julie's super chat, so it didn't exist until she mentioned it. Okay. Graham cracker and marshmallow. Yeah. This is a bit s'more-y, a bit s'more action. Please still can I have s'more? Oh. Yeah. This is nice. It's cookie. It's like it smells like a delicious homemade cookie. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like an oatmeal cookie. Mm-hmm. A nice, delicious, fat cookie. Mm-hmm. I do like this. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. A little bit of red, like a red candy, like a red vine or like an Australian red licorice. Oi. A little bit of red fruits popping through. Heck yeah. Vanilla extract. Glass 3 smells really good. Down the hatch. Huh. Wow. That did not do what I thought it was going to do when I tasted it. I expected it to kind of like be a really rounded palate because that's how it started. But then it track hawked full speed down my tongue and left friggin' rubber marks burning all the way. It just scorched down the middle and was a bit sharp. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Hopefully the second sip is better because the nose was tremendous, but it went weep like all the way back. And it was almost like a bit bitter, like a bit, what if it was like an oak tannin or something on there? I don't know. All I'm saying is it wasn't as enjoyable as I thought it was going to be based on the nose. But who knows? I think, do I like it more than number 2? It's going to be close. I think number 1 so far is my favorite out of the first 3. So 1, 2, and 3 are close. But we'll go back. Rick says that he thinks the Luxor Double 12 is great too. Julie, is your cork all fudged up or something? Did your thing get corked? Do you have a corked bottle? Because the Luxor Double Barrel is ridiculously good, and I love it. Alec is in the house. What's going on, Mr. Alec Bradley Cigars? Alec Rubin, you beautiful bugger. Stay safe when you see the grease. If I told you I wasn't a bit concerned for your safety around the grease, that would be a lie. I'm a little bit concerned. So just stay safe. Have 911 typed in your phone, so all you have to do is hit send. Bring your whistle. And probably some bear spray. That'll probably be the nice trio, the combination that would stop a grease or at least slow a grease down. 4 is weirdly unique. What in the heck is that? Okay. Here's as Dan Shook would say, and as the Grease would say, and they would say, here's the thing. Daniel from the Whiskey Vault would say, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Out of the first 4, I have no idea what these are. I mean, I know what they're like possibly could be, but I'm not like, oh, this is that and this is that. I actually do not know. And the nose on number 4 is a real knuckleball. It's a real Tim Wakefield, you could say. What in the world? It's all over the place. And I kind of like it. It's butterscotchy and peppery, but then also like super sweet and sugary. Blake Benson's in the house. What's going on, Mr. Blake? Thrasher's here. Oh, Chris. I'm so happy. All my favorite people are here tonight. And then some. And then some. Nina, how are you feeling about the Peerless Double Oaked, gifted from a friend and had to get a backup bottle? Haven't had it yet. There's so much stuff out there I haven't had. There's just so much out there, period. But no, I haven't had the Peerless Double Oaked. I've heard mixed things, though. I've heard some people love it and other people not love it. But that's why we all have different tastes, right? Kind of the way it works. This is weird. Thank you for the super chat, Nina. That's super nice of you. Appreciate it. What is that? There's a specific thing on here that I can't quite put the finger on it. It's like a tropical chocolate. But does that even make sense? Oh, like a chocolate covered raisin? No. Trail mix. Hey, well, yeah. Whew. I just figured that out myself without any of your help. So thanks for that. Thanks for nothing. Trail mix, where it's got like the dried pineapple bits and the chocolate and the nuts. This is a trail mix delight. And I like the smell of it tonight. Down the hatch, glass number 4. Oh, oh, that's good. Pretzel, chocolate covered pretzel. Salt. It's got a bit of a saltiness to it, which is weird. It's like sweet, yet a little bit salty. Very viscous. It's very, how do you want to put it? There's a lot of barrel influence on there, like some extra wooded features on the palate that kind of stick around. But overall, it's like a nice, delicious caramel, brown sugar delight. Glass 4. Glass 4 might be hard to beat. I do like it. Glass 4 I like a lot. Garrett Buffington's in the house, you buff bugger. Scrolling through the chat. Bourbon Spices here. Jonathan Kaufman, just drinking and watching the show. That's great. Thank you so much. Nick Foles. You can only pick one, Jay-Z or 50 Cent. Who are you picking? Let me think about it for a second. Jay-Z, of course. 50 Cent can beat it. 50 Cent was relevant for, a couple years, few years, 5 years. He had a couple great records. I sang a song in a video a couple days ago from 50 Cent. Cinnamon, wish death upon me, blood in my eye, dog, and I can't see. It's just a good song. But Jay-Z, Jay-Z's the best. Jay-Z's what? Probably top 5 on my list. So the hat isn't actually magical? No, it's Walmart. The only thing magical at Walmart is, I don't even know. Wow, am I way behind on here? Pappy 23 is really good. How far am I behind? What bourbon would I give as a troll gift? That's another good question. Man, oh man. I would say probably, I don't know. I'm just not mean. Yes, I am. Wadeland Ranch, if you can find it. Wadeland Ranch, 100%. It's made with oats, so you know it's good. Any after parties tonight? Oh, Jeffrey Wack. Thanks a lot, Jeffrey Wack. We're an hour deep, and you're like, hey, where can we go after this? I haven't cried in 6 hours. You son of a bitch. I thought we were friends. I don't know, Jeffrey Wack. You can go wherever you want after. I'm just sitting here trying to be drinking whiskey and entertaining. Jeffrey Wack's already trying to bail. Just trying to get out of here. Let's go to 5. I will never forgive you. Matt, liquor stores need to have you do a store pick and sign the bottles. I'd be in, sir. The problem is it has to be local, right? So it's like how many people would come to Colorado for that? Probably not many. They probably have 4 people show up, and one of them will be my wife. And then I'd be lucky to have 3 other people. And then they'd be like, well, Mr. Porter, that was certainly embarrassing. And Now we have 200 bottles that we need to get rid of, and you are not a big help. Glass 5. Would you ever get into the pizza review game? Oh, hell yeah. I mean, is there like a lot of, I mean, I know Portnoy does it, but I don't know anybody else who's in the pizza review game. And I don't know. I don't travel that much to really do pizza reviews. I don't live in a big city where I could do a bunch of pizza reviews. But I'm into reviewing anything. I'll literally review anything. I should make a second channel. Just call Matt Reviews. Matt Reviews. And then I will just review everything. Today we are reviewing a 2004 Toyota Corolla. These brakes are bad. This ignition timing is bad. I could do that. Glass 5 reminds me a bit of Glass 4. A little bit of like a double oaked feature on the nose a little bit. Sweet. A little bit of marshmallow, but definite graham cracker. Little vanilla frosting. And a bit of floralness on this one that I wasn't getting on any of the other ones. A little bit of a flower. On one of the Advent videos, which one was it? Somebody help me out. It's a craft distillery. It might have been like day 9. Crap. What the heck bottle was it? It was a 4-grain from somewhere. And I've honestly had never smelled anything. I don't even think I smelled flowers that smelled that much like flowers before. So like that actually like kind of peaked up my flower smelling game. And this one has a bit of that on there, but not nearly as much. The other one was actually pure. I think they actually fermented and distilled flowers for that bottle of whiskey. This one smells almost a bit crafty, which leads me to believe this. I don't want to go out on a limb and start getting things wrong. Oh my God. You know what? We're on glass 5 of 8, and I haven't determined a maker's mark yet. What if I just don't even know what it is? Then there's a potential that I actually place it first place. We're over halfway through and I haven't smelled it yet that I'm aware of. Yeah, this must be some sort of double oaked bugger because there's a lot of hardwood floor, like a lot of gymnasium smell in here. A little bit of a lumberyard, a sweet floral lumberyard. Mojo, what's up, Mojo? Your Stag Junior is evaporating? Oh, son of a gun. Good night, Kilco. Oh my gosh, where am I? I'm so lost now. All right, I'm going to put glass 5 down the hatch, and then we're going to read some chats and move on. But I need to figure out how far I am behind here because unacceptable. I'm super sorry. I just get to talking and then to say 5 words in 3 minutes, and then by the time I'm done with those 5 words, I'm totally behind. Oh. Hello, Moto. 5. Wow. 5 is a lingerer. 5. The hardwood floor basketball court lumberyard sweetness really carries through on the palate. It is definitely sweet, but definitely wooded. It reminds me of like a wooden, like a dock, like you're fishing from a dock, and you spilled delicious whiskey on the dock. You broke a bottle of whiskey on the dock, and you tried to slurp it up before it all fell through the cracks and into the lake. And it tastes like delicious bourbon off of a dock in the middle of summer. and kind of a little bit like a rope, a little bit like a anchor rope, if that makes sense. I used to do a lot of fishing out of boats, so anchor rope is probably a tasting note you've never heard before, but I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. Oh yeah, by the way, while I catch up on chat, I will let glass 6 warm up in my hand. 1, 4, and 5 are out ahead of the pack, I believe. 2 and 3, I don't think I like as much as those other 3. Man, porter. Bob, you are one of my favorites. I am so far behind. This is unacceptable. I need to have a secretary here or somebody to read words when I taste. JG's here, 877, so favorite. David Barnes, Merry Christmas to you. If I'm missing anything super important, please tell me. Thrasher, Merry Christmas, dude, to one of my favorites. I'm glad to see that you actually got to do the judging. I'd be interested to hear how that went. It went really well. Tell you what, I was a bit, how do you put it? I felt a bit out of place. And that's just me being honest. Not out of place like I shouldn't have been there, but out of place like probably shouldn't have been there. Jay-Z or Juvenile? Jay-Z. I'm going to back this ass up and answer Thrasher's question here. There was a point where I was sitting inside the vintage whiskey library at Bart's on Bourbon Company, which is like, it's a super cool room. They have like all the, the super expensive old dusties and like the crazy whiskeys in there. It's their vintage whiskey library. It's a crazy room. And there's a very long table in there. And we were judging the blends that the finalists blended themselves. Let me rewind a little bit. Dang, I've got a story. Thrasher, let me circle back. Let me circle back to that. Because I'm way behind here. I'm going to circle back. Remind me to circle back. I feel like I'm a manager on a Skype call. We're going to circle back. But I've got a whole story I'm going to tell about that. Remind me to start the story before the judging. Keith, Casey Weld, thank you for what you do. I hope you have a great holiday. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Thanks for being in here. Gosh dang it, I love all of you. Beth Dutton's side piece. Love it. Chucky Chorizo's here. Just took his 6th booster. Nice. 50 Cent her Ja Rule. Ooh, Ja Rule. You know why? Because that's actually hard. What do I listen to more now? 50 Cent I listen to more now. What did I listen to more back in the day? Ja Rule. Is murder. Walmart salon is clearly not magical. Andrew Patrick. Did you see the picture or are you seeing my hair now? Because this was actually after I got a second haircut. Pipes and Pours is here. What's going on? Big Vic. What's going on? Okay. Glass 6 is weirdly tropical fruity. Whew. Don't know what any of these are. Oh my goodness. Oh, son of a bee. It's got a bit of a raspberry to it, a little bit of a twang, a little bit of a G thing. Why do I get so far behind that I don't even know what people are talking about anymore? Jerome loves the channel. I love you. I am so upset with myself. I'm just going to scroll to the bottom. I'm going to hit up super chats. I'm scrolling. I got to get caught up. I need to get back into the conversation. I feel like I'm way behind. Like I'm hearing words from 10 minutes ago. Thank you for the super chat, Jerome. Dang it. I feel bad skipping all these chats. Tony, Merry Christmas. Love your channel. My dad and I Love how to hide a whiskey from your wife video. I should do a follow-up to that, huh? Should do another one. Should do a follow-up to how to hide a whiskey from your wife. I'm going to do it one of these days. Still 331 people in here. Love you guys. Thanks so much for being here. Friday night. My mom says way far behind. Okay. All right. Gary Franchi. Matt, are you saying you need a Sean Paisley to keep you on track? Yeah, but one that's less like him and more like not him. Bob Belkovac. Matt, watching with my wife, Melissa. It's a pretty name. What is that? Melissa. Is that Italian? Melissa. Can you give her a shout out? Think about it. Melissa. Never heard that name before. Melissa. I don't know. It's a very pretty name. Must be French. And then Mark Emenecker. Okay, I missed it. How did Big Vic win the internet other than sitting in the dark sipping delicious whiskey? What did Big Vic do? Did he do something big and great? Oh, I caught up. I'm to the bottom. Sweet, we did it. How often do I get recognized at the grocery store? Never. I live in a town of very few people, and if I was recognized in the grocery store, it would be for like buying all of the Hot Pockets. They'd be like, that's the guy. That's the guy who did that. Glass 6 is a bit raspberry, a bit dairy-like. I would say a little bit cheesecakey almost. I don't know. It's different than the rest of them. It's way different. And I'm not sure if I love it, but I don't know. We'll give it a taste. Down the hatch. Huh. That one was weird. It was sour and then woody. It was like a sour woody. It's like a woodpecker packed into a Sour Patch Kid after it packed into a tree a little bit. The finish isn't bad. This one's a strange one. This one's a curveball. It coats the mouth pretty well. It's a curvy road. It has some twists and turns in there, but I'm not sure if those twists and turns are twists and turns that I enjoyed. I'm taking one sip and I'm going back with these, but I don't know if 6 is going to make the cut or not. Possibly. We will see. Do the same rules apply to how to hide bourbon from your boyfriend? Absolutely they do. 100%. 100%. And then I'm behind immediately again. Glenn live at 15. Icky. Pat McAfee got $120 million. FanDuel. Is AB offering you a similar deal? Well, let me say this. Glass 6. Pat McAfee was able to, after this deal with FanDuel, from what I understand, he gave all of his closest friends and coworkers like $250,000 each. He donated millions of dollars to charities, and he made his parents millionaires. Alec Bradley cigars are the best cigars on the planet. And they smoke FanDuel when it comes to sponsorships. Not in a financial way. They may not make my family millionaires. But damn it, they make a good cigar. If you can't appreciate that, then what can you appreciate? AlecBradley.com/millionaire. I don't know. I'll have to talk with Alec. I'll have to send him the press release from Pat McAfee show and see if he can match that. We'll have to talk. The price of Skittles went up. Oh, why is there, yeah. Why did you spend so much at the grocery store? With the how to hide a whiskey from your wife video. Glass 6. Okay. Something has happened. Firehouse 12 in Colorado here. What bottle should we get our chief for Christmas? Where's Firehouse 12 at? Where's Firehouse 12? Dan? Hey, Dan, email me, ADHDwhiskey@gmail.com. Well, shit, it's too close to... Where's Firehouse 12? I was going to say, I want to help you with that, but we're way too close to Christmas for me to... Well, depends on where you're at. Email me, Dan. I want to help you with getting your chief a bottle. Edwards, Colorado. You may have said Topeka, Kansas, Canada, because I don't... Where the hell's Edwards at? How far is Edwards from Glenwood Springs? Edwards, Colorado sounds cold and snowy. Just saying. West of Vail. Oh. We just went through there. Man, it's a hard one because you want to get somebody the nicest bourbon gift you can get, but at the same time, all the bourbon gifts you get depend on what's available. So it's really hard. But I would say in Colorado, what I see available in the state that would make a great gift, a Rebel 10-year would be great, would be a great gift. Those are fantastic. A Sam Houston 15, I've seen those on shelves in Colorado. Bardstown Bourbon Company Discovery Series would be a great gift. Those are all... The Rebel is the cheapest. The other two are over $100. But I would say that those three would make great gifts. What has happened is one of these pours put a smell in my nose that's not letting me it's not going away. So that particular note is following on all of these. Man. So I'll get back to the tasting story for last weekend, but let me tell you this. They told us to take our time. We had time. They said, you have enough time to properly grade all of these pours. And then Nick Lewis from Bardstown Bourbon Company, he's been on a live stream before. He's like, he was like walking through and looking at everybody's papers. And he's like, Matt, you need to write something down. I hadn't written a thing. I was just taking in the experience and looking around and smelling and tasting whiskey. And everybody else was done. So that was pretty stupid. Fred was like, yeah, I finished 10 minutes ago. Caramel. One of those black or orange candies from Halloween, whatever that's called. Whatever it's called. Mary Jane. They're called Mary Janes. Super sweet. Toffee. That's what that is. Jeez, porter, get with it. That's like a Heath bar. Definite Heath bar action on number 6. Smells really good. See if it tastes as good as it smells. That one's pretty light on the palate. Not a lot happening there. Kind of fell off a little bit flat. It had a very strong tinge of like oh man, the lumber note. That is what is killing me here. There is no way that all of these whiskeys have that note on there. It's coming up on the nose and on the palate of all of them. Let me drink some water. Jeez, porter. Drink some water, man. Oh, whoops, I'm taking the caps off all of them too. Time to get serious. I'm getting mad. Angry, even. You ever see a Viking angry? Whiskey Eyes looks like he's heading to bed early. Well, good night. Alec is still in the house. Alec, I was just kidding. About 120 million. We have more than a fair deal happening here. I would consider it more than fair. Water. Here we go. A little bit of water time. Good night, Whiskey Eyes. Dan Keith, we just watched your Coy Hill review. The guys were laughing their butts off. You're quite the entertainer. I don't know. I just sit here and stare at a camera but thank you. I don't know how to take compliments at all. So next time they laugh, tell them it's not funny. Pretend like you're my wife. Sean Dankers, Mad Matt in the Garage Dome. Oh, yeah. The GD, the Garage Dome. Oh, Joshua Maxwell says, super disappointed with my first pour off my infinity bottle. Son of a bee. The best part about that is just make it better by pouring something else in it. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hello, Oak. Hello, Oak Wonders. Night, DMCKY. Everyone's going to bed on me. Yeah, we're dropping. What the heck is wrong with me? People don't even want to watch anymore. It's fine. This is really oaky and cherry-like and delicious smelling. Heck yeah. Oh yeah. A little bit of strawberry. A little bit of syrup. The nose on number 7 is delightful. Let's taste it. Ooh. It's my happy face. I like that. Oh, I like that. Number 7 is really good. Number 7 reminds me of what it's. Oh man, number 7 is like what I want to go to on. I don't know. This is something I would pour for someone who's like hasn't never had a really great bourbon, and I'm like, here, let me pour number 7 for you. And they're like, what's number 7? I'm like, I have no idea, but it's delicious. Oaky, caramel, cherry, sweet, bit of rye spice, but like none of these things are overpowering in any way. They're just mixed really well together. It's like all of the best parts of what a bourbon can be put together and living there in the same sip. Well-rounded, not spiky in any way. Number 7, I like it. I like number 7 a lot. Let's go to 8. Kyle Taylor, how come you keep coming at #Team Sean? Twice tonight out of the blue, I thought Rex was the only YouTuber you were going to call out. Kyle Taylor, welcome to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt. The year was 2018. The year was 2018. A little show called Bourbon Junkies appeared on YouTube. Two gentlemen from Lower Michigan. One big, tall man who we like to call him, I don't know, I called him Hefty Dan, but some people called him other names. He was just a gentle giant, and he had a miniature elf with him who meant well, but seemed to always screw things up. That channel had about 200 subscribers, and I started watching, following along, getting to know them a little bit, developing a love for their channel and a hatred for Sean. I told Dan he should fire Sean. I told him that. Been telling him that for 3 years. It's not that I've developed an anger or like any sort of like, can you see what you can't? I mean, you got to see what I'm seeing, right? Get rid of that guy. I could do way better. Put me in, coach. I've been angling for the job for years. Rex said one thing that upset me, so I made a video. Sean says one thing a minute that I could probably argue against. He's a nice guy, though. He's a very friendly guy. And I love Sean to death. It's just a joke. Just like in The Office, Michael Scott has his Toby. Sean is my Toby. Except for real life. And I can't stand him. Eight. Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't know if we were just talking about Sean or I don't like the smell of this glass. But something isn't right here. Something, either what's in here or just the fact that I had to talk about Sean for a minute has really made me not appreciate this. Saucy Shane's in the house. This one's sweet. It smells like a cowtail, like one of those candies. It's a cowtail, but like it was in some sort of sour milk accident. A little bit. What bourbon from 2020 would you recommend for a Christmas bourbon? Midwinter Night Dram. That's a rye though. A bourbon? I don't know. Knob Creek, a Knob Creek single barrel. Knob Creek 12 year. A Knob Creek 12 year would make a great Christmas bourbon. All right, let's go down the hatch with glass number 8. Ooh. Ooh. That has some redeeming qualities on the palate. It's tasty. It's sweet. It's vanilla-like. It's got a bit of a yogurt thing going on. It's very nice. I don't know if it's going to be the winner. This is weird because we are 8 sips in, and one of these glasses really threw me off. Which one was it? Was it glass 2? Was glass 2 the one that got like a very strong note on? And it's just continuing through these. Son of a bee. All right. I am going to have to drink some water because I don't think I can properly put these in the correct order if that doesn't go away. Do I listen to the Grateful Dead? No. Not against it, but I just don't. No, I don't listen to it. Saw Sean at Costco. Seems like a real nice guy. Team Sean. He's a very nice guy. He's a super nice guy. Sean's the best. On opposite day. Give myself a bit of a break here. Then we're going to go back through them. We'll go back through them. Look at this, by the way. This, let me show you guys the weirdest thing I've ever received. I got a box that came like UPS, and I opened it, and it was this. It's like a Dundee, pretty much. Cheers, all. Look, huggable. Oh, that's nice of you to say. I could go for some good hugs right now. This is what was in the box. And I was like, that is a female soccer player kicking a ball upside down. And then on the bottom of it, it says, Doc Swinson's Total Badass Award. Really one of the weirdest things I've ever received ever. I mean, I love Doc Swinson's, and I love their company, and they're great people, and they're very friendly, and they send me samples and nice stuff, and really cool. But a female soccer player trophy, Doc Swinson's Total Badass Award. I don't know how to, I mean, thank you, Doc Swinson, but also, what the hell am I supposed to do with it? I mean, I'm going to obviously frame it or put it up on a mantle. But did they... It's a soccer player. Brian B says, why the cursing? #kids show. Brian B, what did I say? What did I say? I don't even think I swore. I could have sworn. I'm sorry if I swore, but at the same time, super not sorry, because that's how what's the word? Express myself. I just don't know. I loved it. I'm like, that's super cool. It's super cool, but also super weird. And I had to show you guys that. He took his kid's trophy and repurposed it. That's funny, because it might have been. Oh, kick ass. All right. Marie Franchi's here. The kids show about bourbon. The only one I'm concerned about is my mom. I don't want to disappoint her. So I'll be less vulgar. I'll just be more, I'll use more innuendos. Nah, that's not cool either. All right. Number 8. I do not know what to think about this. That's funny. I have not found the makers yet. Like I'm saying, there was it seems to be gone right now, but there was a note that like they were all like tainted with a specific wood note. But I don't know. It's kind of funny because I put the makers in this for that particular reason, to see, because if I drink it by itself, I'm not a huge fan, but if I drink it in a mix of 8 different ones, how does it stand out? I don't know. We'll find out. Number 8 has got a fantastic oak note in there. It's a sweet, it's like a Luden's cough drop a little bit, which isn't really a cough drop. They call it something else, but it's like a Luden's throat drop, cherried and oak. Very nice. Very nice, very sweet. Second sip, way better than the first one. I would say the first sip, I was not a fan. Second sip, kind of liked it. So now I need to start figuring out which ones are in and which ones are out. And I'm going to say that so far, Number 8 is in. And number 7. Number 7. Oh. Lozenge, that's the right word. Christine Newberry says FAE01 is good. FAE02 is also solid. I passed on an FAE02 yesterday. I hemmed and hawed about it, but I'm like, I know I'm not going to like it. And I don't know, maybe I would like it. Who's to say? But like, I don't want to spend $80 or $90 on a bottle. Like somebody else can buy that who's a Makers fan. Let's leave it on the shelf for a Makers fan. I don't need to make a video about something that I'm probably not going to enjoy. Oh, wow. We are back. Oh, 7. Was 7 the one I said it smelled and tasted extra oaky and delicious and well-rounded? Because that's what I'm getting here. Oh, mother of pearl. Wow. I like number 7 a lot. Write that down. Number 7 is good. Number 7, just like I said before, super well-rounded, it's aged properly, but also like proofed properly. And it's got the right mix of spiciness and sweetness. I mean, the sweetness comes in the form of red fruits and like brown sugar, traditional bourbon flavors. It's nothing that's a wild flavor profile. It's just put together really, really well. And I like it a lot. It's super good. Matt Ray says 7 is Makers. If 7 is Makers, then my last name is, I don't even know. 6. Now we're getting back into like the sawmill area. So there are 3 bourbons here that are double oaked, or at least stay finished. The Maker's Mark is stay finished, right? It is a fruit 10 virgin toasted American oak staves. So that one is stay finished. There is the Bardstown, the triple stay finish, and the Old Carter. The Old Carter is like toasted barrel finished. So 3 of these are going to give that toasted or secondary barrel note taste. And it's my job to like separate the good ones from the not as good ones, which is difficult. I'm smelling 6, and I'm not sure why. So far, number 8 and number 7, I like more than 6. 6 is almost like raw lumber. It smells like trusses or like studs, like you're framing a house. That's literally what this smells like. You're framing a house with, I don't know, a guy who just came from the bakery and he's standing next to you. And you're like, I thought you were a baker. And he's like, I'm also a framer. And you're like, that's impressive. And he was like, I knew that because I'm also psychic. And I knew you were going to say it. What a guy. Raw wood. It is raw wood. Like, I don't know. All right, down the hatch, that's Advent calendar talk. Down the hatch, day number 6. Glass number 6. Man, okay, so this happened last time. The palate is way more enjoyable than the nose. The palate, this is the one that reminded me of being on a dock because it brought me right back there. There's ropes. There's docks. There's like, it's just like, I'm going fishing off of an old wooden dock in a rowboat with oars, just almost knocked over glasses, but I'm rowing a boat. I've got an anchor with a old just anchor rope. It's weird. It's nostalgic. It's actually a very nostalgic experience. I like it. I like Glass 6. The nose, not as much as the palate, but the palate is great. I like it. I do like Glass 6. Nope. 5. This is how I do it. This is how I do it. 300 people still here. 50 people gave up on me. 306 people still here. Thank you for believing in me and sticking around. It means a lot. It means a lot. Just me, nice and warm by the 32-inch LCD fireplace, just sipping bourbons and telling you how much I enjoy them, while also enjoying your company and your kind words. My mom says wasting time. Wasting what time? I'm just sitting here. I didn't know I was on a. Am I on some sort of? Didn't know that I was. All right, I'll go faster. Blackberry, cherries, oak. I'm a slow person, and I just have to deal with it. Oh, is that a song or something? Sitting on a dock of the bay wasting time. I don't know. BK, oh no. BK says, I may have just had too much to drink to move. Well, just chill, man. Just chill. It's okay. It's all good. Just relax. Don't drink any more unless it's water. And just move when you feel like you should, or you can. Don't get up too fast, and don't walk towards anything sharp or pointy. And if you are married, be extra quiet. Words of advice. The more you know. Hugh Hayes, Virginia Beach loves you. I could go for a good beach right now. We've drank some really good bourbon tonight and some shitty bourbon tonight. Back to the good bourbon. Hugh Hayes, what was the shitty bourbon you drank? Is it funny that I'd rather know what the shitty stuff he drank was than the good stuff? And then my mom says, no, out of context, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. That's got to be a song or something that I'm unfamiliar with. Ronald Ferguson says, you're worth it, Matt. You're worth it, Ronald Ferguson. Friggin' Ron. Love that guy. Any heat coming off that 32-inch fireplace? No. But there was a comment on the video the other day saying, there's a comment that said, shit. It was like something about the angel share, like how, forget about the angel share. You're cooking that whiskey in front of the fireplace. Like, and I just commented back, it's a 32-inch Magnavox. Who would have a fireplace that high? Nobody. It's up. Like, nobody has a fireplace at shoulder level ever. Unless that's floor level and I'm sitting in a hole. Alex says, I wish you liked the stave finish more. I seriously love it. How do you know that I don't like it? Are you from the future? Because I haven't revealed which one I like and which ones I don't. Stave finish could come in first place still. I haven't we're nowhere near even revealing. Damn it. Alec is from the future and just revealed that I did not like the stave finish. I did like it. When I tried it, I did like it. I just didn't want to spend $200 on it. But after I was at Danny Calloway made sure that I left with one. That was very nice of him. Danny Calloway said, "Have you tried the triple stave finish?" And I said, "I tried it last night at dinner." And he goes, "Do you have a bottle?" I said, "No." And he said, "Do not leave here without one." So I didn't. Do I know who Otis Redding is? And it sounds familiar, but I couldn't know. Sounds familiar, though. Oh, I did try it. I did like it. I liked it a lot. I didn't like it enough to pay $200 for it. So I just waited until they gave it to me. All right, Class 5, graham cracker, oak, a little bit of raw wood, sweet on the nose. Let's go for a taste. Dang hole. 5 is also nice. 5 is also nice. What the heck? It's got, 5 has got like a bit of, you can taste the staves in these things. The ones that they do the staves finishes in, you can taste the staves. And the stave finishes are very overpowering. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, that tastes like the best well-rounded bourbon on the planet. No, it tastes like there's some sort of double barreling or with Maker's Mark stuff. This is my problem with some Maker's Mark stuff, and hear me out. I feel like they're taking young whiskey and then throwing staves in it to make it taste different or taste oakier or aged more instead of aging it more. Just age your stuff longer. Release an 8-year Maker's Mark or a 10-year Maker's Mark. It'll probably be really good. But instead, we're getting a bunch of stuff that's finished in toasted barrels and stuff that's stave finished to make it taste like staves. And I can do that with friggin' staves here at home. It's not as good at home, but it still is the same kind of thing. And I get frustrated after on the finish when all I can taste is like raw wood. I'm like, that's a damn toasted barrel shit. I'm sorry for saying the word shit. The Dock by the Bay song is Otis Redding. Okay. I have heard Otis Redding before, but Makers just uses inner staves. What does that mean? All right. My phone went off. Let's see what it says. Nothing. Oh, I think it was from Shayla. Nope. Yeah, it was from Shayla. She sent me a link to the song, to a song. Must be that song. That's super nice. Thank you, Shayla. They suspend staves. They suspend staves in a barrel. You can Google make it. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, so it's stave finished. That's what I mean is they take, it's not finished in a secondary barrel. They finish it with staves inside the barrel. Yeah. You would know the song once I heard it, probably. Old Dirty Bastard and Black Delicious both sampled that song too. Oh, really? Which Black Delicious song was it that sampled that song? I'd love to know. Okay, now that I know that, I'm sure that I'll understand. Like when I hear the song, I'm sure that I'll be like, oh, shit, yeah. Some of those new whiskeys are as young as Matt's plastic water bottle. Oh, saline. This plastic water bottle is Gonna be around forever, they say. Swan Lake? What the heck is Swan Lake? I don't know. All right, glass 4. Glass 4. Glass 4 is raspberry. It's red. Okay. I'm walking a thin line here. This is, if you guys watched the Bourbon Wrench Drums and Drams live streams for the past 2 nights, they were really funny because Cameron from Drums and Drams, he'd smell it and be like, that's a dusty turkey. That's buffalo. That's Stag June. Like, he was very sure about stuff, and it was very funny because he was wrong. And I love Cam. Cameron's the best. Cameron is like my best friend that I haven't met in real life yet. The nicest man I've never met. But I'm trying to avoid that because I'm smelling this and I'm like, that smells not great. But I know that these are all great, except for one that I'm not sure that I love. And I'm pretty sure that this smells like cheesecake and curdled milk a little bit. And it's like a graham cracker crust cheesecake that would have been so good was left out on the counter for a weekend in Austin, Texas, with the air conditioning off. And you came home and you're like, well, what's that smell? Oh, it's Maker's Mark. But then again, I could be wrong, which makes me very not wanting to say that out loud. Because when I'm wrong, I feel very stupid. But I just have to say if I like it or not. And this nose, I'm not a huge fan of. That's all I'm trying to say. Is the glass 4 reminds me of soured, grassy, not great cheesecake. And I love cheesecake, obviously. My posture is bad again. Keith, when you finish the live stream, please listen to Otis Redding sitting on the dock of the bay. When you finish this live stream, please listen to Otis Redding sitting on the dock of the bay. For God's sake. I'm sure when I hear it, I'll know it. Otis Redding. Otis Redding. It's what other songs? Because that sounds so familiar. I'm pretty sure Otis Redding. Oh, wait a minute. Otis. Was there a Kanye West song that sampled Otis Redding? I think there might have been. Maybe there was. Could be wrong. Somebody told me above who sampled it. I don't know. All right, we're going to go down the hatch. Glass 4. Let's find out if it's great or not great. No. Okay. I don't know for sure that this is the Maker's Mark, but glass 4 is unappealing to me. So when I went backwards, 8, 7, 6, 5, no problems. They're all either good or great. When I got to this one, the nose was a little bit, I didn't really love the nose. Then when I tasted it, no. I'm not a huge fan of glass 4. I'm going to put glass 4 not in the running for the winner. So there's that. Glass 4 is out. It's not going to be the winner. Let's go to glass 3. Oh, hello. Glass, okay. Going from glass 4 to glass 3 is like getting out of your 87 Geo Metro and getting into like a 2021 Jeep Trackhawk. Whee! All-wheel drive, 700 horsepower, seats 7? Well, seats 5. Comfortably. Can tow a whole bunch too. That Geo Metro was not great, But number 3 is fantastic. Oh, my mother. Mom, cover your ears. I'm about to say a bad word. I changed my mind. I'm over the bad word, but it smells really, really good. Oh my gosh. Glass 3 smells ridiculously good and way, way better after glass 4. Thank you, Shayla, for sending it. I'm sure I've heard the song. You know what? Kristen Newberry, the whole like song stuff is weird for YouTube because even if you play like a bit of a song, like I'm not worried about like monetizing this live stream because it's not monetized, but I just don't want. It's kind of like the squeaky wheel gets the grease. I don't want YouTube to think I'm a squeaky wheel, but I will listen to it for a second. It's on Shayla's playlist. Nice. Wonder what else is on Shayla's playlist. Let's find out. Stupid song. Actually, pretty good song. Here we go. It's a terrible song. Never send me stuff like that ever again. It's a very good song. I've heard it before. Yeah. Have I had anything from Broken Barrel, Tony B? Nope. Not. Wait a minute. I think I've had a sample from Broken Barrel. I've never had a bottle. But yeah, that's a very good song. Otis died before the song was popular? That's BS. Bring him back. Let him know. Kanye and Jay-Z. Okay. Yep. That's where I heard it before. For sure. That's where I heard Otis Redding's name before. This is funny. So Mojo says Bev Porter was jamming out to it before. It's not foreign to Matt's little Viking ears. So here's the thing. I don't even know if my mom likes music because my dad likes quiet. I grew up in a quiet vehicle. I don't ever remember listening to the radio in our vehicles. My dad just wasn't a music guy. He just liked peace and quiet. And I understand that. The only thing I remember listening in a vehicle with my mom, probably the radio once in a while, but we listened to some Kenny Rogers and a little bit of the Youpers. It's the second week of deer camp and all the guys are here. We drink and play. Wow. Jeez. Probably the Youpers is a good band. We drink and second week of deer camp and all the guys are here. We drink and something. We drink and we never shoot no deer. I don't even know. I lost the words of that song that I've known for my whole life. We drink, but we never shoot no deer. The only time we leave the camp is when we go for beer. It's the second week of deer camp. It's the greatest time of year. Just a good song. All right, scrolling to the bottom. Wow, was that way behind again? I'm super sorry. We shoot the bull, but never shoot no deer. That's right. We got all kinds of sit for sale. That's just a good one. That's just the Youpers. They're the best. Okay, glass 3 is definitely in charge here. Glass 3 is probably top 3 here, I would imagine. Okay, glass 3 reminds me a lot of glass 6. It's like well-rounded, super sweet, super oaky, super perfect, super lovely, totally my jam, totally up my alley, directly up, so good, so stinking good. So glass 3 is definitely in the running. Sarah Bareilles has a great cover to that Otis song. No kidding. I would imagine there's a lot of covers for all that stuff, huh? Merry Christmas, Todd. Merry Christmas from a little old North Attleboro, Massachusetts. Yahoo! What does that mean? Life rules doodly, dude. Life does rule. It's the best. And you guys make it the best. 282, 280. I lost 30 people by singing the Youper song. It's no big deal. We drink, play cards, and shoot the bull, but never shoot no deer. Thank you, Kristen. Rick, what the heck are you talking about? Gotta go to number 2. I took a Jeep Trackhawk for a test drive. Awesome vehicle. So jealous. One of them passed me on the road the other day on our way back from Kentucky. I was driving. Actually, wasn't even driving. Spoiler alert. Riding in a van with your wife driving is actually really awesome. Once you learn to trust her and you don't think you're going to die every time you close your eyes. I opened my eyes for a second. Jeep Trackhawk went by. Whee! And I was like, oh, I love it. Never driven one. Don't want to unless I own it, though, because then I'm going to want one really bad. Bob says prediction glass 3 is Remus 5. Possibly. Glass 2. Glass 1. Quacklebush, I'm drinking Turkey 101. Solid pour. What you on? I have no idea. It's a blind of 8 different bourbons, ranging from Discovery 6 from Bardstown Bourbon Company all the way to Maker's Mark FAE01. Who knows what I'm drinking? Number 2 smells so much like sulfur again. Why is that note is so, ever since I got over the big C word, that note is crazy to me. I pick it up, but I only pick it up on a blind flight. I never pick it up on a whiskey by itself. Only when I drink other whiskeys around a whiskey do I pick it up. Ted Adams, Merry Christmas from Topeka, Kansas. That was you that waved at me as you drove through Kansas the other day, right? Not only did we wave, we stayed in Kansas. We were there for a night, I think. Independence? Is that in Kansas? No. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's Kansas City Independence. We stayed in Independence. So we're right there. I don't really want... Oh, Independence, Missouri. Because we were right outside of... I have no idea. It was a long drive with a lot of nothing. I'm so stupid. My geography. I'm going to taste glass 1 before glass 2 because the sulfur on glass 2 is not making me happy. Number 1 is very good. Number 1 is sweet. It's viscous. It seems to be maybe like a lower proof than some of them. I'm not sure. The finish isn't all that, but it's good. It's very good. I don't think that number 1's not going to win, but it's going to make a strong showing. That's for sure. All right, now I'm going to taste glass 2. Whew. I don't even want to taste glass 2. For some reason, glass 2 is, and I'm not sure why, because all of these I've really enjoyed except for one of them. But in this flight, glass 2 is not doing me any favors. Oh, I know what glass 2 is. And I almost didn't put it in this flight for that reason, that it was going to stick out. I'm going to have to put that at the very back, not because it's because it's very good by itself, but in a blind flight, nope. In a blind flight, it's not going to be winning any awards. It's not going to win any major awards. It's not going to get a leg lamp. Blake Benson, what the Blake, what the heck? Advance payment for sending 2022 crickets decline. Cheers, Matt. I went on PetSmart.com and I had them in the checkout. To be totally honest, I trapped a cricket in the garage, one of the noisy ones, and I felt too bad to send it to him. Like, I felt like I was like doing something wrong. Like PETA was going to be like, that was wrong. And I'd be like, you're right. So I let the cricket go. But then I went on PetSmart.com and Klein's address was a deliverable address for crickets. But I didn't know if Klein was home. And I didn't want to send crickets to Carrie, because that would have been mean. But in 2022, I guess we're just going to have to do it. I guess Klein's going to get some crickets. And he's going to have to deal with them. So Blake Benson, I will send you tracking when they're on their way. Yeah, I don't want to send him that many crickets. So we'll just go with crickets next year, not 2022. Save the crickets. That's right. Yeah, it was like from where we're at in Colorado to Bardstown was like 22 hours, but we have children and we have children and I've got a wife. And then we got to stop at Chick-fil-A, which is like, just a long stops. Took us quite a while, but we missed all the bad weather, so I can't complain at all. Joshua, anyone else get a earthy note from Remus 5? Can I tell you something weird? The Remus 5 I have, when I reviewed it, I loved it. It was really good. And then I had 2 samples sent to me for the UFC thing I did, and they tasted different. They were both very good, but they tasted different. And now I'm doing it again tonight. I actually received a different sample. I've tasted Remus 5 several times, and I've never got a standout earthy note, but I have had different experiences with it, which is strange. All right. So 1 is in contention. 1's good. 3 is great. So I'm going to say 3 better than 1. And then, let's see. I know 5 was good, but not my favorite. 6 was tremendous. So 6 and 3 will be fighting for a championship. Then we had 7. I think 7 was, I have to taste them again. I'll have to taste these again here. So let's see. 2 and 4 were out. 7 and 8. I'm just rearranging these so that like when I'm rearranging them so that I have them in what order I think they go in, and then I'm going to rearrange it from there. So 3 and 6 and 1, 5, and 7, and 8. Then running at the back is 4 and 2. We're going to leave it that way. So we need to find a first place. That's the most important thing. So for what the heck did I do to number 6? Did I not pour a lot of 6, or did I just drink it all? Good grief, Porter. 6 is empty. 3. 3 and 6. I love 7. Okay. So 3, 6, and 7. Oh, 7 was that's funny because I just smelled. That makes sense. Because when I smelled 6, it wasn't really. Thank you, Matt Ray. Hey, Matt Ray. Solid work. Solid work, friend. Love. 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 Something is rotten in Denmark. It's Shakespeare. And by that, I mean it's going to be hard to pick a winner. Christine says 6 is the winner. 6 isn't. I think 6 might be not the winner. Okay, let me taste 3. When I shake my head no, it means yes. That's just a weird thing of mine. I don't know why. Maybe it means I feel like I don't deserve something that good. Just shaking my head no. 3 is really good. I'm super happy I've got some, like a bottle of that. Let's go number 7. Oh, man. Number 7 is just like number 3, except for like a little more intensity. Like they turned up the volume a little bit, but the volume might be too loud. It might be bouncing off like the rev limiter of sound, whatever that's called. It's like, it's good that it's very good, and it might be better that it's like amplified a little bit, but at some points throughout the tasting, I feel like there was a bit of spikiness and abrasiveness and just a little bit too sharp, whereas 3 was more well-rounded, and it never got out of control. It had like brand new tires from the best tire manufacturer, and no matter how curvy it got, it maneuvered the corners perfectly. There's no body roll, there's no oversteer, certainly no understeer. Very good 3, very good 7. Son of a bee, this is difficult. The rev limiter of sound. Bob Belkovec. Love you, buddy. I love you, Bob. Scott Pigsley's here. Scott, what's up? He contributed to the 2022 Cricket Fund. If we sent 2,000 crickets to Klein, he would... Actually, I'm not sure. He might laugh. Or he might drive here and beat me up with a gun. Who's to say? Mark Emmecker, keep up the awesome content from your newest patron. Hells yeah. Oh, shoot. There's 277 people in here. There's something I need to say in a second. There's so many things I need to say. I didn't even circle back. Like I told Thrasher to make me circle back. Also ordered a new riff pick. It better be good. I hope you enjoy it. And that's where I was going here. Hold on one second. This is important. And by important, I mean not that important, but it's an opportunity. Let's see. I just saw different emails I got. Where's the, dang it. Where's the Ryan email? I'm looking. Super sorry. We're getting there. There it is. All right. Thank you guys for being here this long. I appreciate it. And I love you all very much. So I just did a new riff pick. It is over 4 years old. It's 106.2 proof. It's pretty rye forward. It's pretty sweet, a bit floral. It's pretty unique. I really enjoyed it when I tasted it. DC, Mr. Daniel Carter himself, helped me choose this barrel. We really liked it. This is the first pick of mine that didn't get sold out in Patreon. There's about 14 bottles left. So if you want a bottle of New Riff, that's the ADHD Whiskey New Riff pick, there's like 14 bottles left, and it's called Nightmare Before Riffmas. The Nightmare Before Riffmas. Mom, I ordered one for you, and Dad should be there, in a week or so. There's the link for it in chat. If you guys want it, it's $50 plus shipping. And why is it not? There it goes. That is the link if you guys want to. I think it's pretty good. I think you enjoy it if you pick it up. But yeah, it made it out of Patreon for the first time ever. There's so many barrel picks now between the Mash and Journey Barrel Club, between the Bourbon Junkies, obviously. So 13 now. 106 proof, 106.2. Yep. So there's the link for it. There's not very many left. So grab it up if you want it. So 3, 7, try 6 and 1. Yeah, 1 is good. I really enjoy 1. One is strange because I feel like 1 has some sort of these are weird because some of them do have stave finishes, but 1 feels like it's kind of like almost wine finished, but it's not. Christine Newberry, yeah, so it's from bourbonoutfitter.com. They ship to Michigan. There's only a few states they can't ship to, but they can ship to Michigan for sure. The heater just turned on. It's pretty loud. I figured it would be loud. Super sorry about that. It's our heater. I can't help it. I spent too much time in the garage without heating the house. The furnace is right there. Sounds like an ice maker. By the way, I got an email today from a company who wants to send me a friggin' ice maker. Heck yeah. Man, 5 and 6 are pretty close. That is so loud for me to even. It's so hard. The furnace is literally right next to me. But got to keep the family warm. 5 and 6 are both very strong. What's the word? Very strong new wood. I don't know. I don't know how to really word it. 5 and 6 literally taste like Menards or Lowe's, but not in a bad way. We're just about finished here. Just about have an order in place. Just have to warm up number 8 really quickly and then taste and smell it, and then we'll be done. We will be done. It's not as... Is it as scary as a furnace from Home Alone? No. Man, that's good. When you swirl your whiskey in front of the fireplace, it looks groovy. All right, Ruby Heart. Swirl it some more then. Swirl it some more. Yeah, now the furnace kind of like leveled out to a normal sound level. What score would you give the new riff pick? I have no idea. Mojo, you're not alone, dude. We always sleep with a white noise machine, or my wife does. We always do. White noise is the best. Whiskey Richard, the only thing you missed was the furnace turning on. I like number 8 a lot. Oh, man. Number 8's actually very... Number 8 is sweet, caramel, little toffee. It's like a Three Musketeers bar and a Twix bar. Got it on. And number 8 just bumped itself up ahead. Number 8 bumped itself up ahead of the pack here. And I kind of like it. Joshua Walton, 13 bottles left. I just snagged one. How do you know there's 13 left? If I didn't 14 bottles from a friend this morning, I'd pick one up. Yeah, don't feel obligated to pick one up. I just wanted to throw the link in chat. If anybody wanted to buy one, then go ahead. If not, then that's totally fine too. Totally fine. Ooh, Bill's Hooves. Can't wait to try Old Pepper because of your calendar. Listen, the Old Pepper that I drank was a single barrel. It was a 10-year single barrel. If you see Old Pepper in a store, it's not the same thing. The one that I had was an Old Pepper 10-year single barrel from Indiana. That's why it was so good. So I don't know. I've never had any other Old Pepper before, but if you find one that's a 10-year single barrel from Indiana, for show, pick it up. Yeah, I thought there was 14 left. That's what I thought. Oh, never mind. Taste 7 again? Ken, what the heck? 7 is in second place right now. Seven and 3 are so close. It's really hard to differentiate. It's really hard to differentiate between 7 and 3 as far as the winner goes. But I think I picked the winner correctly. Pretty sure. It's hard to say. Dang it. 3 is more well-rounded. 7 is a bit more flavor and a bit more oomph. but maybe not in a way that I would actually enjoy more. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Let's see. So 8 and 1. Try 1 again. Oh man, one is good, but 1 actually has some nuttiness to it that I did not pick up on before. But it's good. Number 1 is good. Bill Hooves, 4 pours in on some Volstead Reserve. I've heard that's really good. I haven't had it before. 7 is Remus 5. I don't know. All right, so this is the order. Here's the order. I just picked it. Wait a minute. I put 6 behind 5. I guess it doesn't really matter when it gets down to the bottom. But why did I do that? I don't know. This is where we're at. Last place was 4. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. To be totally honest, let's be honest here. I was afraid to say that I disliked something here because I know all of these are good, except for I do not like Maker's Mark. I was afraid to say I thought number 4 was Maker's Mark because I did not want to be wrong, but I just smelled it. And I might still be wrong, but number 4 is not good. Number 4 makes me not happy. Number 4 makes me actually wonder why it's here. If number 4 is not Maker's Mark FAE01, then I quit YouTube because all of these other things I've loved. But when I smell that, it makes me go like this. It makes me do that. And that's usually my reaction when I smell something sour or spoiled or not edible or something I shouldn't eat. You ever done that before? You open the fridge and you grab the cheese or something and you open it and you're like, how old is this? And you smell it and you're like, yeah, probably shouldn't eat that. That was number 4, which is in last place. Bill Hoof says, Makers is just for mixing for cocktails, not to be tried neat. It's not a normal Makers. This is a $90 bottle. It's for drinking neat. I've never seen a $90 mixer bottle before, or $80 or whatever it costs. $80 or whatever. So it's just something about that profile just makes me not happy. And I'm not sure if that's it or not. And I'm willing to look stupid by saying that I don't like number 4, but I don't like number 4. Number 4 is the only one other than number 2, which made me go, ugh. But number 2 was sulfur. Number 4 was sour. That's all I have to say about that. What a waste. 70 in PA? Yeah, between 70 and $90, depending. Here's the porter order. Last place 4, 7th place 2, 6th place 6. Coincidence? Who knows? 5th place 5th. Coincidence? Who knows? 4th place 1, 3rd place 8, 2nd place, and this is where it gets difficult. The top 2 were very close. 2nd place 7, 1st place 3. Now let's find out what they be. Let's freaking do it. $55 in Dallas, Fort Worth. Still too much. Here we go. All right, 273 still in chat. Love you so much. Whiskey Central giving out her phone number. Shayla, you hooker. Just kidding. Love you, but what? Anyway, last place number 4. Oh, no, that's actually my order. I'm sorry, Shayla. You're not a hooker. You're just helping out. I love you, Shayla. Hey, Shayla, are you in Washington right now or are you in Mexico? Let me know. Because if you're in Washington for, somebody call 426-51873. That's not even a real number. Never mind. You're in Washington? For how long? Let me know how long. Please tell me more than a week. And thank you for your help. Okay, last place is number 4. And number 4 is letter focus. All these fancy YouTubers that have cameras that autofocus, that's not me. Nope, fixed focus. Back here, focused. Up there, no focus. Gotta pull it back into focus level, and it is letter A. It's letter A. I wasn't wrong. I didn't, to be honest, the first run through, I didn't pick up on it. The second run back, after I took a break and drank some water, that's when the funkiness stood out. So that makes me happy. The reason it makes me happy, and hear me out here. Hear me out. I don't like to not like something, but what the heck are you saying? Car warranties, focus, heater is cooking up a snake. What the heck? Anyway, I'm happy that this is what this means is this. This means that my nose and my palate are working properly because I don't love Maker's Mark FAE01. And it came in last place. That means that I can accept these results. That's all I'm saying. What the heck is it? I don't even know what people are saying. Yellow dot. Now you can't quit. Heater is cooking up the snake. Makers. Okay, I have no clue. All right. This is funny because I think I know what number 2 is, which is second to last place, which is number 7. 7th place is number 2. And I think this is one that smells like sulfur to me, and it still does. I'm guessing this is Bardstown Bourbon Company Ferrand. I'm guessing it's Ferrand. That's just a guess. But I get some weird sulfur notes on whiskeys when I drink them in a blind flight when they're finished. Normally a wine finish, though. This isn't saying Ferrand is bad because I didn't pick up on sulfur when I tasted it by itself. But in a blind flight, number 2 was not fantastic, which is a bummer because I thought all of these were fantastic. So number 2 is letter E. Okay, so I was right. That is Bardstown Ferrand. Ferrand. It's a cognac finished whiskey. And I said, what I said earlier was this, that's a cigar whiskey. And I'm pretty sure I nailed it. Pretty sure that this would go super, super well with an Alec and Bradley Blind Faith. A Kintsugi would be fantastic with it. What else would I pair with it? Those two shall. Absolutely. And I think that the Ferrand is cigar whiskey 101. I think that's an awesome cigar whiskey or a whiskey to sip by itself. If you sipped that, if you had one drink, a neat pour, and then a second neat pour, and then went to the Ferrand, I'm pretty sure you would not be happy with it. If you started with the Ferrand, I'm pretty sure you'd love it. It's kind of the way I look at it. M. Hunter Gross, not sure what's going on. Me either. We're pretty much lost here. But Matt, you try those cigars yet? No. The triangle cigars, the triad. What's it called? The friggin'. I just opened the box yesterday. I opened a box. Okay, let me be totally honest. Alec, if you're listening, I want to be totally honest with you, okay? If it's okay if I'm totally honest, just put yes in chat. If you want me to not be honest and just be nice, then don't say anything. Or just say no. But I'd like to be honest with you for a second, which is fine. In 6th place was number 6. And 6 and 5 I thought were pretty close. The Glass 4, which was in last place, by quite a bit. Number 2, which was the Fronde, which is in 7th place, was in 7th place by quite a bit. 6th place and 5th place were pretty close, but still not that. Okay, Alec, I saw you sent me a small package and I opened it up and I thought you sent me a sample of your King of Kentucky. And I was really excited. I was so excited. It wasn't that. It was some of your tremendous cigars. It was some of the cigars. They're shaped, they have 3 sides. They're shaped like a triangle, a triad. And I haven't smoked one yet. I will though. And I will let you know how I feel. There's 3 different types. There's 3 different kinds in there, which make up each side of a triangle, which is super cool marketing. By the way, great job on that. Friggin' nailed it, but also not King of Kentucky. I don't know why I thought that. Was that a weird thought that I was like, it's a small box. It's from Alec. It's King of Kentucky. No. It was 6 very expensive cigars. Number 6 is in 6th place, and it is letter G. What is letter G? Oh, Alec. Alec, I'm sorry. This is what happened. It's $200. It's a $200 bottle. I liked it. I thought it was good, but it didn't stand up in this flight. Is this the most expensive bottle in the flight? No. There's Old Carter. Old Carter is about the same price, but the triple stave finished Bardstown Bourbon Company Distillery Collection, 109 proof. It is a blend of 2 MGP bourbons finished in 3 staves and then blended with the Tennessee whiskey. Number 6. This came in 6th place. It's not that I didn't like it. It's just I didn't like it as much as the others, which is fine with me. I don't care. Alec really likes that bottle. Alec loves that bottle, by the way. I think it's good. And number 5. I don't like the stave whiskey. The stave whiskey is weird. You're right, Mom. Stuff that's finished with staves, which is the maker's mark, and that Bardstown, there's something about it that's just too raw woody. And I'm not sure. But toasted barrels kind of do the same thing for me. I don't know. We'll see. Number 5. Number 5 is in 5th place. 5th place, number 5. And it is letter B. Oh boy. That is Old Carter. So this is what happened. Mom, you're right. Bev Porter, Mother, you're correct. The Maker's Mark Stave Finished came in last place. The Bardstown Bourbon Company Triple Stave Finished came in 6th place. The Old Carter, which is finished in a toasted oak barrel. I love this stuff. This is really good. But in a blind fight, it came in 5th tonight. Or, 8, 7, 5th place. So Old Carter Bourbon Batch 8 was in 5th place. It is what it is. It is what it is. It has nothing to do with how much you enjoy it by itself, but when you taste it around different things, it's like, this is what I prefer. This is what I love. And that's just the way it is. And it's just me being honest. I'm just an honest guy. I'm an honest guy with 8 bourbons in front of me. What am I supposed to do? They're all very good. 4th place is number 1. And J44 Crowder says, missed the explanation about the bottle you left the link for. I'm sure it'll be good anyway. Haha. Well, that was a single barrel new riff pick that I picked. There was like a handful of bottles left. So if anybody wants one, there's some left to pick up. If you want to click on the link and buy it. Number 1 came in 4th place. And number 1 is letter F. Oh, no. Okay. Let me say this. I switched 8 and 1 last second. So number 1 is letter F, and that's friggin' Remus. That's the Remus 5. I thought that would do way better. The Remus 5 came in 4th place. And I stand by that. I stand by it. I do stand by it. Oh, they're all gone? They sold out? Thank you. Anybody who purchased that bottle, thank you so much. That's super nice of you. Super cool. I appreciate it. It helps me. If I sell a single barrel out, then there's a better chance that they'll let me pick another barrel. So that's good. 3rd place is Glass 8. And Glass 8 is... What is that? A D? Really? Okay, so that's Discovery 6. 3rd place was Discovery 6, which means that that's actually a very good blend. That's really, really good. If you were to be in a store that had, if you went to Bardstown Bourbon Company, this is what I'm saying. If you go to Bardstown Bourbon Company in their gift shop, I'd say this is the one to pick up. Discovery 6 is fantastic. It's really, really good. 111.1 proof. Super good. I like it a lot. Discovery 6 is fantastic. It actually beat out Remus 5 blind, which says a lot because Remus 5 is ridiculous. And so that means, that's funny. Oh, boy. That means you liked the Dickel. Alec. I didn't even see who wrote that until after. So that's funny. You're funny, friggin' Alec. Okay, so that means it comes down to Sam Houston 15 versus Calumet 15. And that's funny. So I have a Sam Houston 15 from Kentucky that is magnificent. I have a Sam Houston from Colorado, which is less good. I chose to put the Sam Houston from Colorado in the blind because if I'm doing a top 10 list at the end of the year, I want to make sure that it's accurate. I don't want to I don't want to put the best Sam Houston in a blind flight. I want to put the worst one in a blind flight. Does that make sense? I don't want to because the Sam Houston from Kentucky is ridiculous. The Sam Houston from Colorado is super good. So let's find out if the Sam Houston from Colorado is better than the Calumet 15. Let's find out. The winner is Glass 3. And the runner-up is Glass 7. Is it 3 or 4? It's Colorado 3. This one is 3. Colorado-3. The winner of this blind flight of 8 bourbon whiskeys in 2021. 2021 releases, which aren't as strong as the 2020 releases, by the way. But the winner here tonight is Glass 3, and it is my guess. I haven't looked yet. I felt it was softer, less spiky, maybe a lower proof, which means maybe Calumet. I guess I just don't know, but I'll check now. The winner is Glass C. Okay. The runner-up is Glass 7, which is H. The winner here tonight is the lesser version of Sam Houston 15. I have a much better Kentucky version, but the Colorado 3, not only did it win, but it made me stop in my tracks and go, oh my gosh, that's good. It made me actually go, that's fantastic. The Calumet came in second place, which is a batch of big, more barrels. It's not, it depends on where you go, but it's not typically as expensive as Sam Houston, unless you're in Grand Junction, Colorado, and the Calumet's more expensive. But Sam Houston 15 is the winner, which this plays a huge part in my top 10 list for 2021. Because let's say this. I've seen Sam Houston's on the shelf. I can go to a local store and buy one right now. It's very good. It's tremendous. It's friggin' blended really well. They're so good. How is the Sam Houston 15 New York? That is the question. Shayla, good night. Good night, Shayla. That's the question. There's so many different batches that it's hard to say, the New York one's the best. It's hard to say go buy the New York one when I haven't tried it. I've tried 2. Colorado 3 and Kentucky 1. The Kentucky 1 is far superior to the Colorado 3, and the Colorado 3 won tonight. So that says something. So the top 4 went Sam Houston 15, Calumet 15, Discovery Series number 6, and then Remus 5. All 4 of those are tremendous. They're so good. Smells so good. I have a Washington Sam Houston 15. Do you want a sample? Sure. I don't care. That'd be great. 15-year Barton is good, though. 15-year Barton is good. So good. Good night, Bob. Friggin' Bob. 250 here in chat. Mark says, don't really want to take credit, but I did bring up your new riff pick. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I planned on putting the link in chat. If I didn't do that, I was going to put it in the Facebook group. So, Furnace again. Thank you, Josh Walton, for the super sticker. Where do you get those glasses? Which ones? The Whiskey glasses? Just, I don't know, Google Whiskey Scotch tasting glasses and you'll find them. Need address, bud. If you need an address, just email me, ADHDwhiskey@gmail.com. Circling back, if Thrasher is still here, he asked me about the judging for the world's top whiskey taster last weekend. So short story, and then I'm out for the night. Have you tried much Islay Scotch? Tried it enough. Tried some. Tried quite a bit. Something that I need to, learn to love kind of thing. Or even learn to like. Anyway. So last weekend they had me give a speech. Not really a speech, but kind of a speech to the competitors, the finalists at the world's top whiskey taster before they created their final blend. And I went, it was a bad speech. I did a poor job. I did the whole be the hero of your, I was like, do you want to be the world's top whiskey taster or not? You can be the hero of your own story. Tonight, you're your superhero. You blend the shit out of this. It was a bad speech. The furniture is not loud on our end? Oh, the furnace. Yeah, they gave me there were two. Okay, so before each contest, they let a judge give a pep talk. So Colin from Moonshine University gave a pep talk. Peggy No Stevens gave a pep talk. Fred Minnick gave a pep talk. And then right before the blending, they let me give a pep talk. But they also let Steve Nally, who's the master distiller over at Bardstown Bourbon Company, legend, Maker's Mark legend, Steve Nally, they also let him speak. So I was a little bit worried speaking to the finalists until I heard that Steve Nally was also going to speak. And they let me speak first. So I could say whatever I wanted. And I did. Oh, I did. It was kind of like a Rudy kind of thing where I was like, today marks the most important day of your life. And if you want to be the world's top whiskey taster, then prove it. And then I let Steve talk to be smart. And he was very smart. Anywho, so we judged the competition. Are you really going to shave the beard? No, this is it. This is as far down as it goes. Alec, trying to get the footage of your speech sent to me? That's silly. It's funny. Like I don't know if I'd want to watch it or not because I didn't know what I was going to say before I gave the pep talk. And then I just started talking and then the pep talk was over. And I felt really dumb when it was done. And I felt like I didn't really give much of anything from it. But it felt like a bit of a pep talk, kind of. I don't know. But anyway, we had to judge these blends. And I was sitting in their rare spirits room. I was sitting in the judging room with Steve Nally, Bourbon Hall of Famer, obviously, Peggy No Stevens, and Fred Minnick. Colin from Moonshine University, he was also there, but he was easy to ignore. So I had Steve Nally, Peggy No Stevens, and Fred Minnick judging whiskeys in the same room as me. And I just sat there and stared at them. I was like, holy crap. Like, what am I doing here? Why am I in this room with 3 literal legends and Colin? It's just me busting Colin's balls. But still, Steve Nally, Peggy No Stevens, and Fred Minnick, same room, and I've got the same job. And I did the job the same as them, but way, way slower. Fred Minnick smells nice. Peggy No Stevens smells nice. Steve Nally smells like bourbon, so he smells nice too. It's just so weird. I'm like, why am I doing this? And they were so nice and so friendly and so whatever, but I just feel like it was like an out of body experience. I didn't feel like I was actually there. I felt like I was a fat fly on the wall, like one of those slow fall flies, not like a Sprite fast, like summer fly, but like one of the fat fall flies that's about to die, just sitting on the wall, super slow, like just watching. And I was like, this is super cool. This is super cool. And then they told me I needed to hurry up. It was just neat. It was really neat. I don't know. It's just a strange thing. It was the coolest thing ever. I never expect to be invited back, but the one-time experience was really, really neat. And that's all I got to say about that. Did you pick the same order of the blends as the others? I picked, let me think. Not the exact same order, no. I'm trying to think what Peggy picked first. I think Steve picked a different first place, and I think Colin might have picked a different first place. I think we all had the same top two, for sure. I don't know how they scored them. I scored them so, I don't know. What's the word? I was very strict on my scoring. I was very strict. But I think we were all in agreement with the top two, but they kind of varied a little bit. It was a lot of fun, though. It was crazy. It was a good time. It was a little bit somber of an experience because the tornadoes just went through the night before, so it's kind of a weird thing. Because, like, I don't know, it's like people were affected by it. You know, people are still affected by it. So it was a weird thing to do the day after the tornadoes, and you could just kind of tell everybody there was kind of just down a couple notches. I don't know. It was weird, neat, cool. It was a great experience. Something I'll never forget. And if I'm never invited back to Bardstown Bourbon Company, it was everything they've done has been super nice for me. So I appreciate everything they've done. 69 Chessmans. They have got an entire wall of Chessmans. I just want to drink them. All right, that's going to be about it for tonight. I'm tired. My mouth is dry. I need to go to the bathroom. I've had to pee for several minutes, probably 20. Next week is going to be fun. It's going to be Christmas Eve. I expect nobody to be here. But on Christmas Eve, I'm going to do a nice giveaway to whoever shows up. And I'm going to be tasting whiskeys that were gifted to me from distilleries. So some Westward single malt American whiskeys, the Highland Park 15-year, Viking Heart whiskey, the Brad Paisley whiskey. What's it called? American Highway. Gonna taste that. And Doc Swinson sent me a bunch of shit. Doc Swinson was like, I'm gonna send you a trophy. They sent me a trophy, and then a few days later, I got a bunch of samples from them. So next Friday will be gifts from distilleries and just Christmas Eve talk and love and hugs, high fives, knucks, slaps on the asses if you accept those, and just a good time. So love you guys. Have a great night. Thank you for being here. Alec, you are the man. All the new names and faces, thank you so much for being here. It really means a lot. Like Christine Newberry. I haven't seen you in chat before tonight. And tonight you were a huge part of chat, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. And like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on thinking about Christmas dinner a week in advance, because you don't want to buy turkey. You want to buy ham. Ham is way better than turkey. Turkey sucks. And I'm going to stand by that forever. Forever. If you like turkey more than ham, then guess what? Superman punch. I just broke a mouse. Good night.